Alright guys, welcome back to Last Call. Thank you so much if you've been watching my videos. It's really appreciated. So my last few videos has been on my time in Las Vegas, right? Had a great time, always fun going out there. You know, I've lived there for a while, so I have friends out there. I have old coworkers I can go visit, have fun, gamble a little bit, drink while they're working, stuff like that. So I had a great time. I still have a little bit of a cough, but at this point it's just sinuses or allergies. Even the doctor said it. So, yeah, overall I'm good. So in this video I'm going to do a couple of things. Number one is I'm going to review a beer. It's a cool beer I picked up in Las Vegas. It was like a limited time carry that they were selling for the weekend I was there. And then also I'm going to be kind of giving an update on Thailand and asking you guys for advice too. What parts of Thailand should I visit while I'm there? I'll probably be there about 2.5 weeks or so. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to split my time. I know I want to spend probably about 5 or 6 days in Pattaya. Today I just started looking into Rayong, I think it's called. Apparently it's about a 40-minute drive away from Pattaya. That's a very likely option at this point because it looks really cool. It looks like it's kind of a small, quiet city with a nice beach, some small, really cool bars though, and that's really my scene. So that's looking like I might spend a couple of nights there. That's very likely. Aside from that, what do you guys think? Should I go to Bangkok? Should I go back to Pattaya and spend a couple of nights in Rawai since I really like that area? Or should I check out Patong? It's another big city with huge nightlife in Phuket area. So I'm asking you guys for help. Where should I go in Thailand? How should I spend my time there? Especially with current restrictions and everything, you know? How it's going to be worth it. So I'll give an update on that. Anyway, we'll start off with the beer though. So if you guys know me, you guys know I like my cocktails. I can make cool shots. But I do like my beer. I'm a craft beer guy. I'm not going to lie. That's always been me. Although it's not good for my belly. But I do like craft beer. I'm just a craft beer guy. That's how I am. So anyway, I picked up a really cool beer. It's by Revision Brewing Company. The name of this beer, there it is, Revision Brewing. And the name of this beer is Vegas as F word. Vegas as F. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but yeah, it's a really cool beer. It's a Hazy IPA. Yeah, Hazy IPA. It's 6.5%, so it's gonna be stronger than like a Bud Light, Coors Light, Mick Ultra, or anything like that. Just because it's an IPA. Anytime you get an IPA, it's gonna be a little bit stronger. If you go into like a double Hazy IPA, it can even go up to 8-9%. So one time in Vegas, I tried a beer. I think it was 11 point something percent. And surprisingly it was really smooth. So I remember trying it, and I remember I think I ordered 2, and I remember the bartender's like, just be careful because they're really smooth, they're good, but they're like 11%. So if you order, 3 or 4 of them, you stand up off your bar stool and you're like, whoa, they hit me, you know. I didn't get that point. I only had 2. I didn't get the 3 or 4 like she said, you know. But yeah, so IPAs are really good. I like that. But anyway, this is a really cool one, and I saw it on their Instagram, and I ended up going into gamble there later on, and I made my gambling video, my last video, I filmed it there. So yeah, they had this one available for the weekend. I was able to pick one up. They still had a couple left over. So yeah, Revision Brewing Company, I just looked them up. They're really cool actually. So they are based out of Nevada, which makes sense that, casinos in Las Vegas had them. So they have 2 locations. One's in Sparks, Nevada. Sparks is far out from Vegas, but it's a town in Nevada. And then they also have a location in Reno. Reno is the little biggest city in the world. I think I said that right. But it's a cool little place, kind of like a little mini Las Vegas. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to try this beer today. So I like my Hazy IPAs. They're really good. So I haven't tried it yet. I just bought one just so I can review it, try it, learn about this brewery, and check it out. So normally I would drink it out right out of the can, but just so we can see the color of it and everything, I'm going to pour it into a mug. This is a frozen mug. I had it in the freezer. So yeah, it looks just like a IPA would. So like a Hazy IPA. Hazy, I'm gonna kind of butcher how I'm trying to explain this, but a Hazy IPA kind of has like that glazed look. It doesn't have that clear look like a normal IPA or normal beer would. If you pour like a Bud Light or something, you can kind of see like the beer is like a little more golden. This one has more of like a hazy look to it. There we go. I'll use the word hazy. It's a hazy IPA. You can see it kind of has a hazy look to it. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. But yeah, just how I would expect an IPA to look. Same color. But I'm excited to try it. You know, like I said, I'm always a fan of trying new beer. So let's see how it is. Cheers, everyone. Wow, that's good. It has that kind of that hazy IPA taste that you would expect from it, but it's really smooth too, and it's not overpowering. So I actually really like it. It's good. Let's read a little bit about what the back says. This hazy IPA is brewed with Mosaic, Galaxy, and Vic Secret for a blend of melon and pineapple notes and a waft of lupulin reminiscent of a dispensary. Sorry guys, see there's that cough. Melted and flaked oats add a smooth texture while the hops provide heaps of flavor and a gentle hop bite. Whether you're drawn to another neon glow, beautiful sunsets, desert heat, or arid adventures, we think you'll agree this beer is Vegas as F. So yeah, I agree. It's very, it's like a very subtle taste, but it's still really, really good. Naturally what you'd expect from a hazy IPA, but just smooth, really smooth, and you can taste the different flavors and aromas in it. So I actually think it's really good. So don't mind me while I continue this video. I'm gonna keep drinking along because I like it. So yeah, that's cool. I picked it up in Vegas. Next time I'm in town, I'll have to visit their website and see where else I can pick up some of their stuff, because yeah, I love it. I also found a liquor store close by that has so many different types of IPAs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start doing some more YouTube videos with trying the beers and stuff like that. Maybe even going live. I might go live, honestly, and just ask questions while I try the beers. So I'm excited. It's really cool. Anyway, going back to Thailand now. As of right now, I think February 1st, so not too far away, they're going to start the test and go again with some changes to it. So test and go means you have to have a test in your home country before you leave, right? So you have to have a negative result within 72 hours leaving your home country. You arrive in Thailand, you have to have a test at the airport. Then you have to go and get government approved transportation from the airport directly to your hotel. And then you quarantine in your hotel and you cannot leave until you get the negative results back. So I've heard it could take up to 5 to 8 hours. I've heard some worst case scenarios. I guess if you arrive later on in the day, then it won't be until the next morning. So who knows? If you arrive in the morning, you'll probably have your results by the late afternoon or evening. But if you arrive late in the day, it might not be until the next morning. So just keep that in mind. So you arrive at the airport, take another test there. From there, you have to have approved transportation to your hotel. You'll lock yourself in your hotel until you get your results back. If you're negative, you're on your merry way. All's good. No problem. If you test positive, basically, this is where there's so many things in the air right now, because I'm hearing that some people are saying they're getting approved to isolate themselves in the hotel, but you have to have permission from a doctor and permission from your hotel to do so. And then you basically have to stay there for a certain amount of time until you can test negative. If you don't test negative, you can actually have to isolate longer. But that's a weird one, because if you have it, you might continue to test positive, right? So then you have to have a cleared letter of health from a doctor or something like that. So there's a lot of weird areas in there. And then I've heard of some people still continue to have to go to a hospital. So that's what I'm really scared of, you know. But the big change that they made to it now is that on day 5, so on your 5th day, you have to check yourself back into an SHA approved hotel, and you have to take another test on day 5. And then you have to lock yourself into a hotel until you get a negative test back. So that's the biggest change to the new test and go coming February 1st, I believe. Don't quote me on the day, but it's the new one that they just are setting the test and go on. That's what I don't like, because if you get on day 5, that means you pretty much picked it up in Thailand, right? So it's like, why are you getting tested for that and it's like they're blaming you for picking it up in Thailand, in their country, you know. So I don't really agree with that. Number one, and number two is don't call it test and go if it's not test and go. It's not test and go. It's test and go to return to test again. That's really what it is. So I'm kind of waiting to see. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that in February or early March they may change restrictions again. I know the Philippines just lifted the entry restrictions. Europe just did so I'm really hoping that other countries start following suit to that as well. So for right now, I'm just gonna wait and see if any announcements are made. Crossing my fingers, I hope it will happen, but we'll see. So basically though, I do plan on spending about 2.5 weeks there, so I'm asking help from you. Where should I go in Thailand? You know, when I did the sandbox, I did 2 weeks, or actually a little bit over 2 weeks, because I extended there like 3 or 4 extra nights. So I did the Phuket sandbox all in Rayong, and then I extended a couple extra nights. So I spent just say about 2.5 weeks in Rayong in Phuket, and then I came directly to Pattaya, flew into Bangkok, and then just got a taxi and went directly to Pattaya, where I spent about a month there. So if you were me, including restrictions and current restrictions and closures and stuff like that, where would I go next? Because I know for sure I want to spend about 5 or 6 days in Pattaya. Honestly, for the most part, because I have some friends there, and number two is because I think it'd be really good for my video because it's very searched. Pattaya is a very, very searched thing on YouTube. So I think it'd be really good for me to do that. And then number two is, you know, just because, I mean, that's where I met my girl, so I think it'd be cool to go and spend some more time over there. But aside from that, I don't know where else to go. Do I go to Bangkok? I've always wanted to spend some time in Bangkok and explore that city. I've heard some really great things about it. But are things open there? Is it really not even close to what it normally is? Or do I go to Phuket? I really enjoyed Phuket. It didn't feel like a sandbox to me. So do I go spend some time in Rayong again and visit some places I know over there? Or do I go to Patong this time, which has a really cool nightlife, you know? Do I go enjoy Patong? You know, I looked up a little bit on Rayong, I think it's called. And I do want to spend a couple of nights there. So I'd probably make that an extension of Pattaya. You know, do that while I'm in Pattaya. Go spend a couple of nights over there. Cool little beach city. Cool little nightlife, stuff like that. But anyway, I'm asking help. Where should I go? You know, are there so many cool things? Keep in mind, I just don't want to be flying like crazy through the country with only 2.5 weeks, you know? I don't want to be flying like, oh, it's a 3-hour flight from here to here. Okay, I'm going to be spending 2 or 3 days there. Now it's a 3-hour flight from here to there. And then, you know, vice versa, back and forth. I am going to spend probably about 3 days in the village with my girl, meet her family and stuff. But aside from that, yeah, I'm all ears. What's good? What's a good idea? And also, what are you guys planning for Thailand? Are you still kind of waiting for restrictions to be lifted? Or are you going to say, you know what, I want to go. The heck with it. Let's make it happen. So yeah, like I said, I'm all ears. Please comment below and let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know if there's any place I should check out. Let me know what your thoughts are on the situation with Thailand. Or are you guys there? You know, I'd love to hear about everything you can tell me about Thailand right now. So anyway, thank you so much. Take another sip of this here. Yeah, that's good. I really like it, actually. I'm gonna enjoy this right now. But yeah, just let me know. Please comment below. Please give me a like. It really helps my channel if you like this channel. Share it with anyone you know. Aside from that, just thank you so much. I appreciate it. Plenty more videos to come. I've been releasing at this rate about every other day, but I could start releasing every day just so I can build up my channel more before Thailand again. But yeah, thank you so much. Please drink responsibly. Please do not drink and drive. Make today count. It's a beautiful day. Just make it happen. Make it count. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.